My name is Mosa. I'm 34, and I live in the UK. A few months ago, I found myself scrolling through Facebook late one evening when I came across someone I hadn't met in real life. Her name was Sonia, 30, from Nigeria. She was charming, funny, and seemed genuinely interested in conversation. I wasn't looking for anything romantic at the time. In fact, I had just come out of a serious breakup. My heart was still tender, my mind still replaying memories. I wasn't ready to let go. Yet, there was something about Sonia that made me want to keep talking. Our conversations started casually jokes, shared interests, music, little anecdotes about our daily lives. But slowly, over messages and voice notes, our chats deepened. And that's when she started to open up about her own life. Not long into our conversations, Sonia revealed that she was in a relationship. It had only been 3 months, but she talked about it like it was something she had invested herself in fully. She spoke about her love for him, yes, but also her discomfort. She complained about how he never gave her anything, never invited her to his home, and how their time together always seemed to end in hotels. She made it clear that these things hurt her deeply, and I listened. I was careful. I didn't want to overstep boundaries. I never asked her out, never suggested anything romantic. I shared my own situation, honestly, telling her that I had just come out of a serious relationship and wasn't emotionally ready for something new. I wanted to support her, not complicate her life further. Then, less than 2 weeks after our first meaningful conversation, she told me she had ended her relationship. She said it wasn't easy, but she felt it was the right decision for her. I offered comfort and understanding. Again, nothing more. A few days later, Sonia dropped a bombshell. She told me she had developed feelings for me. Just days after talking about her breakup, she began openly declaring her love, almost as if it had grown overnight. I didn't know how to respond, caught me completely off guard. Then, she said something that made my chest tighten. She needed money, urgently. Her junior sister had been in a car accident in Lagos, and the hospital bills were piling up. My heart went out to her, but my mind raced. I tried to be gentle, careful with my words. I told her I couldn't give her what she wanted. I reiterated that I wasn't in a place to reciprocate those feelings. I could tell she was disappointed, maybe even hurt, but she apologized for putting me in that position. She wished me well, and then she blocked me. That's when a thought hit me, sharp and unsettling. Could this be a scam? There are still people out there who fall in love with fake profiles, who are drawn into stories that aren't real. At the time, I was confused, unsettled. How could someone go from being deeply in love with one person to professing love for another so quickly? I began to question if this was genuine emotional recovery, a pattern I had seen before. A small alarm started ringing in my mind. Was she more focused on what a partner could give her than on the connection itself? Looking back, there were signs. Sonia had emphasized repeatedly the lack of gifts, the missed gestures, and even the inability to visit his home. It started to feel less like heartbreak and more like unmet expectations, particularly material ones. I couldn't help but suspect maybe she was a gold digger. Maybe she wasn't entirely seeking emotional intimacy, but the security, the provision, the tangible things that she thought she deserved from a partner. I wrestled with this suspicion. I didn't want to judge her, but I also knew I had to be honest with myself. My intuition told me her quick shift in affection might have been more about finding comfort and security than true emotional healing. Over time, as I processed what happened, I realized that people heal in drastically different ways. Some rush toward new connections because they fear being alone. Others seek reassurance through what a partner can provide. And some, like me, need time, space, and solitude to process loss. Sonia's actions weren't a reflection of my worth. They were a reflection of where she was in her journey, her priorities, and perhaps her way of coping. This understanding gave me peace. I stopped comparing myself to her or anyone else. I began to honor my own pace of healing, my own emotional rhythm. Feeling deeply wasn't a weakness. it was a strength, and I could move forward with confidence, knowing I wasn't compromising my values or rushing into a connection out of convenience or fear. In the end, I learned more than just a lesson about other people. I learned about myself. I learned that boundaries matter, that emotional honesty matters, and that sometimes the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. Sonia's story, with all its sudden twists, her heartbreak, her quick affections, and even my suspicion of her motives, became a mirror reflecting the kind of love I want to cultivate in my life. One rooted in genuine connection, mutual respect, and emotional wholeness, not haste, convenience, or material expectation. And so I move forward, with patience, with trust in my own process, and with the quiet understanding that true love will come not as a rush to fill a void, but as a union of two whole hearts, choosing each other freely. If this story touched you, helped you, or reminded you that you are not alone, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Your support helps more real stories reach hearts that need healing.